Can I now ask Dheeraj, Kritika and Satya to come to the front and recite their sloka with me?
We are going to chant a sloka on my favorite Lord Ganesh, who is a god of wisdom, success and good luck.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
Meaning, O Lord with a twisted trunk and massive appearance, whose splendor is equal to that of 1 billion suns, please bless me such that I do not face any obstacles in any of my work anytime.
Vakratunda means curved trunk. Mahakaya means large body. Surya means sun. Koti means billion. Sama means like. Prabha means ara. Nirvignam means obstacle free. Kurme means give me. Deva means God. Sarva means all. Karyeshu means work. Sarvada means always. Now let's chant together. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
Now Ulrich will come and give us a speech on Gautama Buddha.
Salam everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha, also known as Siddhartha Gautama, was born in the kingdom of Kapilvastu in Nepal. His father was a king named Suddhodana Taru, and his mother, Maya Devi, died when he was about 7 months old. A seer predicted that if he stayed inside the palace, he would become a great king. However, if he left the palace, he would become a great religious leader. The king did not want his son to become a religious leader, so he kept Siddhartha inside the palace for his whole childhood. Legend says that he got out of the castle against his father's orders and saw the 4 great sights: an old crippled man, a sick man, a dead man, and a holy man with no home. He was very sad to realize that everyone he loved would suffer old age, sickness, and death. He left his family, his land, and everything else at the age of 29. Holy men at that time hurt their bodies in order to help their spiritual beings. Siddhartha did this very well, better than his teachers, but he still found no answer. He thought there might be a better way than hurting himself. He found a fig tree, now called the Bodhi tree, and began to meditate. He meditated under the tree for 49 days. His mind is said to have become pure and gotten enlightenment, and he became the Buddha. After his enlightenment, he traveled on foot throughout northern India and Nepal and taught constantly for 45 years about the 4 noble truths. The teachings of Buddha are known as Buddhism. Buddhism teaches non-harm and balance. He showed there is a way to end desire and pain by doing good things and training one's mind. The Buddha did not say if gods exist or not. He taught people not to look to God to save them or bring them enlightenment. The Buddha believed that it is up to each person to bring themselves enlightenment. Thank you.
The next sloka will be recited by Riyanj, Ashani, and Amara.
We're going to chant a sloka on the powerful goddess Lakshmi, Saraswati and Parvati. कराग्रे वसते लक्ष्मी करमध्ये सरस्वती करमध्ये सीता गौरी प्रभाते करदर्शनम्. On the tips of fingers resides Goddess Lakshmi. At the center of palm resides Goddess Saraswati. At the wrist of the hand sits Goddess Gauri. We bow to you in the morning. Kara means hand. Agre means at the tip. Vaste means leaves. Lakshmi, goddess of wealth. Madhye means in the middle. Saraswati, goddess of education. Mule means corner. Stita resides Gauri, goddess of strength. Prabhate, early in the morning. Darshanam, worship.
Recite together.
Let's sing this together.
I would now like to call upon Dishan, who's going to speak about Dronacharya.
Sairam. Today I will be speaking about Dronacharya. A teacher affects eternity. He or she can never tell where the influence stops. We all have faced different teachers in our lifetimes, but their influence have made a lot of positive changes to our lives. There was one such teacher in history whose teachings had created such an impact that somewhat caused the commencement of the Mahabharata war. The highly regarded teacher of all time, Dronacharya. The story of Drona's birth originated in Mahabharata. Drona was a Brahmin and son of Rishi Bharadwaj. Like his father, he wanted to be a great teacher and studied all the Vedas and Vedantas and specialized in archery. He was a supreme archer and later appointed as teacher of Kauravas and Pandavas by Bhishma. Kauravas and Pandavas learnt the use of various weapons and the art of war and bring him Guru Dakshina. Duryodhana was the first and took Karan with him to fight Drupad. Drupad was a skilled warrior too and defeated Duryodhana. Apart from teaching, Drona approached Parshuram when he heard the sage was giving away his possessions to Brahmins. However, by the time Drona approached Parshuram, Parshuram only had weapons to give away. Parshuram offered Drona the weapons and the knowledge of how to use them. This is how Drona obtained the greatest weapons in his possession and the title of Acharya. Drona continues Parshuram's legacy by starting his own school. Soon Drona's school accepted all the students of Hastinapur and its allies. Once Drona overheard Duryodhana accusing him of favoring Arjuna and ignoring the rest. To prove him wrong, Drona decided to put everyone through a simple test. He placed a wooden bird on a branch and gathered all his disciples and asked them to strike the eye of the bird. He first called and asked Yudhishthir, "What do you see there?" To which Yudhishthir replied, "I see a bird, a tree, the leaves moving, a branch, and other birds." Everyone else who followed also mentioned the same elements: the birds, the tree, the leaves moving, and the branches. Drona told them to point their bows and arrows towards the ground. When it was Arjuna's turn, Arjuna confidently stated that he could only see the eye of the bird. Drona smiled, for he had been proven right. Everyone else set their eye on everything, but Drona only set his eye on the goal, the eye of the bird. Conclusion. The Guru only leads the disciples in the right direction and never lets them stray away from reaching their goals. Saram.
Please can Dhyani, Ritika and Kanika come forward to say their sloka.
We are going to chant a sloka on Saraswati, goddess of knowledge. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambham karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada. The meaning is, O Goddess Saraswati, my humble pratna to you, who are the fulfillers of all my wishes. Bless me so that I begin my studies successfully. May there be accomplishment.
Meaning, Saraswati means goddess of knowledge. Varade means giver of boons. Kama means wishes or desires. Rupini means form or manifestation. Vidya means education. Arambham means beginning. Siddhi means accomplishment. Bhavatu means happen. Me means for me. Sada means always.
Now we're going to chant the sloka together. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambham karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada.
Our final speech would be given by Biswa, and he's talking about the father of our nation.
Sairam everybody. Today I want to speak about Mahatma Gandhi because today is Guru Purnima. Before going to the topic, let me ask you a question. What do you do when someone slaps you? Some of us here might defend, some might react with a couple of more slaps. Well, guess what? The person I'm talking about today had an extraordinary reaction to this slap. After bearing the slap, he showed his other cheek. His aim for this activity was to embarrass the assailant for his misdeeds. This great soul is none other than Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, so-called Bapuji and Father of Nation. He was born on 2nd October 1869 in a small town in Gujarat called Porbandar. His father, Karamchand Gandhi, mother, Putlibai, and wife, Kasturba Gandhi. After completing secondary education, he wanted to study law, so he went to South Africa to practice law. During his stay in South Africa, racism at its peak, and he was thrown out of the South African railways as he was black. He started a movement against racism and encouraged people to stop differentiating between color of skin, black or white. He was prisoned many times in India and South Africa. When he returned back to India, he saw the state of his own country controlled by the British, where people were being tortured. He was shocked to see the people of his own motherland get treated like this. He started to raise his voice without any fear against the British. He created some movements like the civil disobedience, Dandi March, non-cooperation, etc., and many more. Though he stood so firmly for our country, but this doesn't mean he wasn't kind. Whatever revolution and freedom movements he carried through were for human rights. Mahatma Gandhi stood men and women by his non-violent way of achieving independence without shedding blood. His hard work finally paid off on 15th August 1947 when India became an independent nation. Time for the sad part. Mahatma Gandhi was finally assaulted on 30 January 1948 by Nathuram Godse. His last and major words of his life were, "Hey Ram." We must follow his principles and accept his great work towards our country. He gave a beautiful message to mankind and which we must abide to in our daily life. The only way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thank you.
And last but not least, to end the session, I would like to have Amit, Jetas, and Sandhya to come and say their sloka.
We are going to chant the sloka on Lord Hayagriva. Can someone tell me who is this God? He's the avatar of Vishnu.
Ask them again. So she's asking you all a question now. Yeah, ask them again louder. This is your voice. Can someone?
Nicely.
Yeah. Can someone?
Can someone tell me who is this God?
Which God?
He's the avatar of Vishnu.
Who is Hayagriva? Can someone answer in the audience? Lord Hayagriva. God of us. So now you say. Gattiga. He is an avatar. No?
He's the avatar of Vishnu, who is the Lord of all knowledge.
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे.
Meaning, education begins with a prayer to Sri Hayagriva. You are deity for all knowledge. We pray to you to bless us with all knowledge.
Jnana means divine knowledge. Anandam means bliss. Devam means God. Nirmala means pure as. Spatika means crystal. Adharam means support. Sarva means all. Vidyana means education. Haya means horse. Griva means neck. Pasmahe means worship. Let's all chant it together. Jnananandamayanam devam nirmalasphatiकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे.
Sairam. Can we all give a big round of applause for everyone?